it's really hard for me to believe that we are already at the first Sunday of Advent. Life is so crazy busy. It's filled with chaos. As I'm sharing these reflections with you, Thanksgiving hasn't even happened yet. Steve and I are really excited this year because our kids are coming home for Thanksgiving. They're coming from Illinois, they're coming from Wisconsin. We're excited. But there's so much to do. We have to clean this house. We have to make 11 beds. We have to find room for 2 dogs. We have to go grocery shopping. In fact, we were there at the grocery store this morning when they opened to try and beat the crowds. And then, even in the midst of that, I think, oh my gosh, we're entering into Advent. Advent is that invitation to pause, to slow down, to breathe, to refocus. What is really important? We're about to celebrate the inbreaking of Christ into our world 2,000 years ago in a manger, but also the inbreaking of Christ every day in our world today. And we are the people who make that inbreaking real, who make that inbreaking happen. And we also celebrate that final coming when we will be face to face with our God and there will be peace and joy. Advent, as simple as a birth and as complicated, as amazing as the continual revelation of God into our lives. Simple and yet profound. We live the usual in unusual ways. I think back to the birth of our children and how excited we were for a new member of our family. We were excited and filled with anticipation, with love, with excitement, with uncertainty, and with anxiety. And that birth did turn our lives upside down. It took us a while to catch a new stride with each one of them. But we found that stride. And we try to be Christ for one another throughout our daily lives. We live the everyday in the events of our life, in the relationships with people that we love and that we meet on the street. And Advent calls us to change our attitudes, to insert some openness, love, joy. It invites us to recolor our judgments, to begin to notice the possibilities and the potential, to live the tension between the already and the not yet. And I realize in some kind of practical way, Steve and I are doing that today, between the already, it's just Steve and I home, to the not yet, 11 people and 2 dogs entering our house this afternoon to be with us for a week of crazy, chaotic love, joy, happiness, ice cream, all of the things that we do as family. And that's the challenge of us this Advent, to live the tension between the already, Christ was born, incarnate in our world. We are called to make that incarnation real today. Christ is present in each one of us and in all of God's creation. And we look forward to the final coming when we will meet and be together in joy. The challenge for us is to live that tension with our eyes wide open and allow the inbreaking of God into our hearts so that we can share that love, that presence, that joy with everyone we meet. Happy Advent.